Hi, people. Welcome to part 2 of the series where we are looking at the Under the Oak Tarot. In this video, we will step into the world of the minors. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, so here we have the Ace of Wands. We still have a hand coming out and offering up our main, object, whether it be a wand, in this case, a candle. So we still have that similar symbology, and we have fireflies going all around. Beautiful, beautiful. Definitely you're feeling that spark, right? Especially if you were just wandering around at night and you walk upon this, that would be incredible to see this big illuminated light in this statue. This one's so sweet. I need to actually just read the beginning of the book. Perhaps if you would like to go over that with me, I'll do that at the end, and I will also pair just a few decks that I have, maybe Oracle and other tarot, to give you a glimpse of what may pair well with this deck. And we will read a little bit more in the beginning of the guidebook to see what it says about this, because I don't take this deck as literal, as in she's literally holding a bear's hand. I take this all in a completely different view, and I really want to see if that is portrayed in the book. Much like the Alice in Wonderland type story. She's not really doing any of those things or encountering those people or creatures. She is in a dream state. So I'm very curious to know if that is what this is. Here's our Three of Wands. Very cute. We have a little dancing goat there. The little friends in nature. We have symbology on our stone. Very pretty. Of course, all of those candles, right? We're getting... So even though candles is what's representing wands, our wands suit, or none of the minor suits, as I mentioned before, are changed, even though they are depicting it that way. The Four of Wands, we have our structure in the background and our happy characters in the middle coming together, again with our ancient stones. Really do love that. The Five of Wands. How wonderful, right? You get the sense of, ooh, yikes. What are you guys doing with those wands? Are you coming at me? That sense of conflict. And he almost looks like he's coming up out of this flame. So perhaps this entity came out of these flames and they are ready to combat him. At least, again, that's what I am feeling. Should we read? I did say that I was going to at least read some on the minors so you get an idea of what they tell you. Okay, so I had put this back into order. They started with cups, apparently. No. Oh, and then they go into pentacles. One will not start this way. Chaos. Okay, so it gives you a little bit about the suit that you are entering into. It says the suit of wands, which is linked to the element of fire, conveys messages regarding fundamental energy, self-awareness, and growth. It represents the process of generating new ideas, physical power, action, and the drive to progress. The projective energy that motivates personal growth and change. The author portrays the suit of wands in its association with flames, a mystical embodiment of renewed energy. The court cards contain deities from the Celtic pantheon. Okay, very nice. Okay, so, not the ace, the five. It says, the Five of Wands. When it's time to face challenges, a transformative ritual becomes necessary. Striving to prove ourselves as the best or the strongest without reaching a resolution hinders our spiritual and personal growth. Protecting those we love or what we do can guide us in the right direction. It's important to keep pride in check, as it can be a subtle adversary. Yes, pride, ego, envy, jealousy, all of that can definitely get in the way. And I like that they mention that, because it's often, or it can be at times, rather, that we perhaps are not fighting others. Perhaps you're fighting yourself, like that. Like it mentioned pride. Are you fighting your pride in this situation? Are you standing in your own way, right? And then Anima's message: competition and conflicts, fulfillment, achieving goals through means that are not always ethical. All right. Aren't the colors in this just absolutely amazing? Here is the Six of Wands. Interesting. There is our character here that I kind of felt was the one causing the problems that the other ones were fighting, but perhaps it is him with all of these different issues coming at him, right? So now he has come out of the Five of Wands. Now he's feeling very successful in holding our main character, Anima, up here as they all rejoice. Look at him. He looks like he's really getting into it, doesn't he? Let's take a closer look at him. You see him? He almost acts like, mine isn't working right. His is all crooked, theirs are straight. I don't know. That just is very comical to me. It cracked me up. The colors to this, all of the red and the red sky, gives you very deep feelings. So much red gives you such a rawr feeling, right? Not like an uplifting, happy one, I would say. But I mean, you get that from this, but the color just, it makes the gravity of this card feel even heavier. Okay, so here is our Seven of Wands. Oof, what a perfect Seven of Wands. Look at all the brambles here. And we have this figure that's coming out. See if you can see that right there. Okay, so I thought that this here was a tree and he was poking his head out of all of these bushes, I suppose. But is that the actual beast? Like his body? I think that that may be him. Yeah, because this looks like hair. So not just a head. There's a full beast out there and it looks like all these little orbs circling there. Oh, look at the Eight of Wands. What a beautiful Eight of Wands. Oh, if it would focus, you could see the Eight of Wands and ooh and awe with me. This is great. We don't just have the Eight Wands just kind of sitting over in the side of the card. We actually have imagery here to look at. It's so nicely done. And yes, a shooting star. What a perfect representation, or a perfect way to be different in the way that we draw our Eight of Wands, right? Because in a blink of an eye, you miss a shooting star. It's there and then it isn't. Perfect, beautiful, all about taking advantage of that moment, messages coming in, you know, that wish, that opportunity to make that wish. It's so gorgeous. And I love our sunset here. Sunsets make me forever think of my daughter. Ever since she was teeny tiny, I mean, she's still tiny, she's only 6, but ever since she was teeny tiny, she pointed out the sunsets and has always loved them. And she takes a moment to just take it all in, and I love it. Here we have the Nine of Wands, and he's holding his hands to her temples. It's almost like he's giving her that sixth sense. I have a thumbs up on my screen. That was weird. Sorry. So that's our main figure that we were looking at in the 5 that I had all wrong. So clearly he's a good guy. Really powerful. It's like he's telling her, do not give up. You still have so much fight in you. Remember your power. Find that fire back within you, right? And she's just open to receive that extra push, that oomph from him. Oh, here is our 10 of Wands. This is what is on the other side. 10 of Wands. Oof, look at all. She's being consumed by those flames, no matter where she looks, right? Just flames all at her feet. Things are definitely getting heated here in the 10 of Wands. Very, very beautiful. Page of Wands, we have a boar, I suppose. Not my favorite, but still very beautifully done. Love the colors. Here is our Knight of Wands. I do like him. I think it's funny that we have roosters in some of these. I forget which one the other rooster was in now, but yeah, he looks unsure, doesn't he? To be a Knight of Wands, I would have liked to see a little bit more motion, more action, right? But love it. Queen of Wands, doing her thing. Got our rabbits here at the bottom. Here's our King of Wands, a satyr, I suppose. All good with nature. I have a little gecko here. His antlers are insane. And now for our sword suit. It's beautiful. It's almost like we're losing our sword in the water. That looks like our emotions are overwhelming our thoughts, is how that kind of comes across. The 2, ooh, look at that. That could be quite devastating. Is she on ice? That's cracking, right? We have the little crescent moon and our big tree. That could be the tree that we were looking at over there. Over there in these other in the majors, and we see that it's like, which one should I choose? That dilemma and that stress of everything going on around you, and yet you're still frozen. So don't get paralyzed by indecision. Here is the 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is one of my favorite cards to look at. This is definitely not my favorite. I am actually one that is very fond of the 3 swords in the heart. To me, it's like an iconic, classic depiction, and I really feel strongly that if we are not okay mentally, it's going to affect us in every single way, emotionally and even physically. That stress, that worry, that consume, that despair is going to come out in every way. So I actually do love a simple three hearts and a sword. 3 swords and a heart. I don't dislike this one just because it's different. It just doesn't get me in the feels right away. But for what it is good. It does look like that ice that she was on. She looks as though she is frozen in that water, and we see the cracking above. We see the snow and the runes and everything around her. So it is good. I just personally don't. It isn't my favorite. So here we have the 4 of Swords. Wow, big, huge statue in the ground there, and clearings from the snow. Looks like blood, doesn't it? It's so very red, very impactful. I like the illuminated rune images throughout the sword's suit. Here's a 5 of Swords. Quite simple, still very good. I really like that it looks as though, like I said, like it's glowing. I like that, and we can still see the bits of snow everywhere. Here's the 6, so tranquil, so beautiful. She's moving away from that chaos with the ice. She is elevated now, moving away from things and hopefully leaving what was in the past and not taking it with her. Oof, the 7 of Swords. A card that I never want to get personally. I really hate lies, and I hate deception, and I hate trickery, and I hate thievery, and I hate just untrue and unjust behavior or actions. I don't like it. So the 7 of Swords is all of that. Even if it's out of desperation, it still means, untrustworthy behavior and things like that, at least for me. And so this one is actually a very beautiful card to look at. It definitely softens that blow of what can be a very deep card. There's so many ways that you can look at the 7 of Swords, especially in context with what you are either asking or looking into, right? What you're needing insight on. Do you dare enter in here? What is waiting for you beyond this threshold there? And here, 8 of Swords. Again, that being tied down, but are you really, right? Get out of your head. You're doing this to yourself. You have all of these thoughts circling all around, and very pretty. The 9 of Swords. Oof, I love how magnified this in the background is. It's just, it looks here as though she's pulling off her blindfold. Maybe she's just in such despair. I really do like that. And it's such vastness and emptiness, even though we have this great big statue and stone behind her here. The 10 of Swords. She has completely pulled her blindfold off now. She is rising above it and hopefully putting an end to all of that worry and despair. Here in the Page of Swords, again, we have our ancient stone. So as you see here, we don't have like a main character. She is actually engraved into the stone. I love the use of light and how everything looks like it's glowing. Well, not everything, but you get me, right? The butterflies, they look like they're glowing here. Love the sweet little, what are they called? Snow drops, snow something, the flower here. Love it. Again, and they are all following, see, all are in stone. So that was the page. Here we have the knight. Again, these don't give a lot of movement, but I like it. We have a dragon. I don't know if you can make that out. It's a dragon. Looks like it's biting its tail here. Here we have a woman that looks quite worried in that picture. Here with the Queen of Swords. Very pretty. I get the feel like she's under a nice big tree that's branches are stretching outward. And here we have a close-up in the tree almost. I really love all the trees and plants and things here. I love that. We're looking at the throne itself is what it looks like. This doesn't look like a throne. It looks like a stone. This actually looks like it's because of the way that they have him depicted in there. It looks like it could be a seat, and there are the armrests, right? Okay, so moving into the Cups suit. Love this. Our little bird coming for a drink. Look at all the abundance. It's just flowing from everywhere. It's flowing from up here. It's flowing from here. It's flowing down. Love all of that. Blessings coming from all around if you are ready to pay attention and receive them, right? The 2 of Cups, we have this intertwining of this vine here and this coming together between the stag and our main character, Anima here. Beautiful, very tranquil. Again, we have that coming together though. I really do. I really do like that. The Three of Cups, so, right, so calming. Beautiful little fishies here, and she's coming down to see. Look at our waterfalls here. I love the water. It's just flowing into each other constantly. Love, 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 love. Oh, how beautiful, right? Our Four of Cups. She's sitting next to this great stone under this beautiful big tree. I love all the vines and the flowers. Here is what's being offered to her. As you see, our image down here changes, so we have again those flowers, because our flowers is representative of the cups. So here this tree is offering out this light. See how it's illuminated here of these flowers, and she is not reaching out to grab it. All right, so here with the Five of Cups, you really feel this when she looks as though she's hugging herself, right? She's embracing herself. Maybe she feels alone, or she's regretting something that she did. Whatever it is, right? This gecko or this lizard, whatever it is on top of her head here, is looking towards something, and she's very consumed by her own thoughts and looking at her flowers, which is again representative of the cups. And you see all of the water here in front of her, and she's half on and half off of. It's like her hair looks like the seaweed coming out of this water, because she's actually on a stone that is in little mini waterfalls all around here. And all that fog out here, it's nice and clear, but she's not seeing that beauty. At least that's what this card says to me. She isn't seeing all that beauty here. She's caught up in all of this rockiness and murkiness, and it's bringing her down. Okay, so here we have the Six of Cups. This one again is so tranquil, beautiful. I love these flowers. They look like orchids to me, and love the colors. Purple is one of my favorite colors, a nice deep dark purple. She's spending, the Six of Cups to me, I also see as a quality time type card, right? Not just on memories. We can expand our view on this card, right? On our feelings that we get when we get this card, but she's spending quality time and coming together with this turtle here, and they look like they're both having such a great time. He looks like he has a little smile on his face. The sun shining warm upon them. It's beautiful. I love that. Here with the Seven of Cups. Oh, I love this depiction here in the water, and you can really get a sense of that. And it's just like, what do I choose? And it looks as though perhaps she's like kneeling down, and these are her hands, and this is her reflection. So we are looking over, seeing what she is seeing, and she could be overwhelmed with all of these different depictions, and I love it. What is she going to uncover? It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Here with the Eight of Cups, we have this beautiful swan at ease, getting ready to go. Maybe they just swooped in from somewhere and they're landing, and they are barricading themselves or setting up boundaries between them and what they just flew in away from. We have all of our sparkling illuminated flowers here. Love these blue ones. It's so tranquil, so beautiful. Look at this Nine of Cups. Oh, I love this. And this makes me think of that Wands card where he was the Nine of Wands, I believe it was, where that one character was giving her that extra sight, and that's what this looks like here. If you see, her eyes are closed, right? Look at all this rushing of this water behind her, and in this, which is what she's seeing in her mind's eye, again, at least for me, is this what's going on here. We don't even see the cat's reflection in this water. So she's seeing beyond what's just in front of her, beyond what she actually physically is not even seeing, right? That meditative feeling, that feeling of completely being satisfied with yourself, in yourself. Ten of Cups. So again, I'm going to say it, beautiful. The happiness that is here. Everyone is at ease. She's floating, feeling light and carefree, right? All that heaviness of everything she's been through has been lifted off of her. Here's the Page of Cups. He showed up for me twice in 1 week on my personal draws. I want to say he even showed up on one of the tarot quickies that I did. So, love our satyr here. He looks so happy. He's holding a little flower. Kind of blends in a lot with the background, but he is holding a yellow golden flower. And our little fishy here is flipping up out of the water. The Knight of Cups. Oh, here's the card I was talking about that had a rooster in it. So this all looks like stone. So this looks like a statue here. It doesn't look like our main character, Anima, and we have a lot of statues here in the background. This is giving Hercules vibes to me. You know the cartoon Hercules? Where there's statues, but we have a little skull with a flower coming out of its eye, a rooster. I wonder if they reference that rooster at all. Oh, so this is Persephone. I had mentioned earlier that I got Persephone vibes from this deck, and now we're talking about Persephone. Persephone, known as the spring knight and mistress of the underworld, represents the contrasting aspects of life, characterized by both anticipation and the potential for transformation. Romantic love may arrive discreetly, possibly through an invitation, a message, or a subtle approach. You can either opt for the easier path or embrace a challenge. Certainty is found when we acknowledge and overcome our most difficult endeavors. Okay. Okay, so here we have Queen of Cups. Love this. And this is definitely giving some Hecate vibes, right? Love how illuminated our serpent looks right here in the forefront. On the water behind her, the keys, the sword. It's beautiful. This is all beautiful. So clearly the suits must go by different, like the one was the Celtic pantheon, this must be Greek. So here we have the King of Cups. So beautiful. Look at the grapes. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so here we are entering into the Earth suit, our beautiful pentacles, and our image will be of the crystals. How appropriate. My name is Krystal and I am an Earth sign, so I really love this. Love this big illuminated crystal right in the middle, and our little serpent coming out here. Such a beautiful, I would love to go sit at the bottom of those steps right there and put my feet in the water. Oh, it's so peaceful. I love it. This is definitely a deck I would want to go and visit this world. So beautiful. The Two of Pentacles. Oh, she has a little hamster friend. The Three of Pentacles. This one definitely I remember for sure came up during a tarot quickie. I remember just being in love with the imagery. It's so peaceful. This whole deck, it just does it for me. It's so peaceful, so tranquil, so beautiful, and I love it. They did a really great job on this. The Four of Pentacles, you really get that sense of, secluding yourself. It feels like we're in a cave here. Five of Pentacles, look at this one. The stress of constantly creating, constantly having to supply, constantly having to come up with the means for survival. Just a very hard working card is what that looks like to me. Here's the Six of Pentacles. We have the two crystals here. I like the drawings of these little mice. I think it's really cute. All right, so our Seven of Pentacles here. She looks like she's looking into the cave, trying to figure out where this path is going to lead her. Eight of Pentacles. She is hard at work. So cute. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, she's taking off that blindfold. Look at the serpent hanging on her here. A lot going on in this card. What? And we have a snail down here at her feet, and she is the eye to our harpy-like creature in Temperance, and then the eyes on the wings. That looks like that is what she's holding up to her eye, and it is illuminated. And here with the Ten of Pentacles, again, no blindfold here. I really like the way they drew their snakes and their little mice creatures. She has their little stones. Page of Pentacles. His hands are very, raw. Muscular hands for this little mouse creature here. He looks like the one that was working in the eight. Here's his little hammer and his little nail here. What a beautiful Knight of Pentacles. Look at her feet. She's on this bull here. Love, 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 love. And our Queen of Pentacles. Looks like a serpent wrapped around her, but they don't actually show the head of it or the face. Interesting, yes? And there she is holding that crystal right there. Here we have the King of Pentacles, which is that snake that I really like that is actually right there with the crystal. Okay, so there it is. That is the Under the Oak Tarot. Now, I do not bridge or riffle, shuffle my cards. I only overhand, but this definitely, I feel, could lend itself very nicely to being shuffled that way, if that is how you so choose to shuffle your cards. Now, as promised, we are going to look at a few pairings. Yes? Hi people, Editing Krystal here. Just coming in to say that if you would like to see the few oracle decks and tarot decks that I paired with this, you will be able to catch that in part 3 of this series, I suppose you can call it. I had to break this up due to how long it was. If this is the first one of the series that you watch, be sure to go back and watch part 1 where I go over the majors of the Under the Oak Tarot with you. Thank you so much for joining. Nothing but love. Bye.